Thank you again for coming before we bring this last act on. It was a joy having you here, and I hope you enjoyed yourself. And now, please welcome Dave Klasko.
Well, thank you guys. It's been an amazing audience tonight. What a great house. I can't help but notice you seem to have been seated along generational lines. Which is great. It's sort of like the State of the Union address where different sides clap for different things. For some of you, there's Adam's Kennedy impressions. And for the rest of you, Bob's shit swirling. Either way, you get a great deal. Enough about them. I'll tell you a bit about myself. I have a beard. I like my beard. I keep the beard, usually because when I shave it, I get some very intense reactions. A lot of times it's, well, why did you do that? What are you doing? And I think about it, I think that means I don't like your face. It was covered in hair, 40% of it covered, and now gone, your face. And I know that's not what they mean, but it feels that way sometimes. I can be very, this may come as a surprise to a lot of you, but sometimes I can be a very awkward person. I guess especially nightclubs, for example. I like going out, I like dancing, but at nightclubs there seems to be a very specific kind of dancing. And it can get awkward. And I worry sometimes that if I'm as awkward on the outside as I am on the inside, well, then we have a problem. These problems arise at these clubs. I like songs where they tell you how to dance in the song. To the left, dip, tootsie roll, all of it. That way everyone's on the same page. It's fun. It's like that game Dance Dance Revolution, but with human interaction, which is always good. But my instinct usually is just sort of do the moves that everyone else is doing. You know, copy a little bit. We're doing this one. Okay, good. Someone's a robot. I don't know. Things happen. But where you get into trouble is that sometimes the guys and the girls have different moves, which can get you into trouble. Every once in a while you end up doing a hair flip, something like that. The one that comes to mind is eventually the girls will drop it, like it's hot or otherwise, just down, and they're doing this. And I'm thinking, okay, my instinct is to also drop. And I'm shaking. But now we just have two butts sort of rubbing up against each other, which I don't think that can be very fun for anyone. So I have to be here. I have to figure out something else to do. I don't know if it's just her hands crossed, hands in the air, back rub, shoulder to the side. I don't know. She's there. She's buffing my penis. And all the best I can usually muster is a, hey! Although I did start my professional dancing career on the largest stage in Philadelphia at the Kimmel Center for the Performing Arts, on the stage with rock and roll legend Little Richard. True story. That's true story. Something you should know about Little Richard. He is 900 years old and has had every kind of plastic surgery known to mankind. It sort of looks like the Crypt Keeper, but in drag. Very scary. He starts the concert, he starts playing some music, and eventually he cuts off the band and says, oh, hold on a minute. The band is playing too loud, they think they're the star. I'm the star. So you know it's going to be a great concert. Next thing comes out, are there any Jews in the house? I know. I was excited, I was scared, I was very offended. But, you know, he's the star, so go on, Little Richard. I need 2 black folks, 2 white folks, 2 Jews, and 2 Mexicans come up on the stage. I know what you're thinking. I think by Mexicans you meant all Hispanic. We can't hold them to the same politically correct standards as we do other people. So naturally, I'm there. I run up stage. It is my duty, it is my calling. I get to the stage, look around. I am the only one there. I know. Embarrassing. And Little Richard turns to me, he says, you the Jew? Now, common cool club today, you want to be like, yes, sir. Richard, but all I could muster was, hey! And eventually people started coming on stage to join me. Now these people were smart, they brought their friends, because that's what people do. When they run on the stage, they bring people with them. And then we all danced. We danced to the song. They danced with their friends. I had to make new friends. And eventually the song ended. Little Richard was so happy. He said, "Oh, that was wonderful. I saw that Jewish kid dancing with a black lady." And I was right in the world with Little Richard. We were all there, all the races of the world represented in twos, like Noah's Ark in Nazi Germany. And I get myself into these scrapes. And I know. And even on the other side of the world, I was in Bangkok, Thailand, visiting some high school friends living there, and we decided to do all the cultural keystone of tourism, so we went to see the sex show. It's a real thing. I know. Not my idea, but I was very nervous. I didn't know what this was going to entail. I thought at one point, two people, human beings, were going to go at it or whatnot, and that was a very scary prospect for me. So we go to the place. It's a little district called Pat Pong. Pat Pong is a marvelous, magical place. It's like being in Amsterdam, but it's like being in a strip club inside the bathroom of a McDonald's in the worst part of Amsterdam. I know that sounds impossible, but it's true. It's a magical, disturbing place. It's like a sex-infested Hogwarts. You go find stall number 9 3/4 in that bathroom, and if you are a true pervert, you will get to Pat Pong. Yeah, and we get there, and we're ready to see the sex show. And the first thing that happens is the promoters, they grab you by the arm, and they say, "Come, you see pussy." Their words, not mine. And they have a little menu of what the pussy can do. And these are very special women with very special talent in their very special places. And this list of things was quite amazing. It started with pussy play ping pong. That's nuts. There was pussy open bottle. There's no reason that should be able to do that. But it's full of syntactical gems like this. Like pussy right pen. But I have no idea what that is. I assume it has something to do with Robin right pen. The last one was pussy magic razor blade. I didn't see that one, but I think it'd make an awesome superhero. We went along, and into the evening, the next thing that happened was a parade of gentlemen came out in their thongs with a little number on the side, presumably so they could be bid on and then taken home. And it's sad to see people in this sort of sex trade beauty pageant. But it's even more sad for the guy who gets picked last. Just like in kickball, he's up in the front of the stage. Anyone? No? And I know they had to march home. I didn't want to know what happens to them then. It's dark. But then the next thing that happened, there's two figures come in from the distance, and I think, oh God, this is it. This is the sex show. But as they get closer, we see, no, it's two Thai transvestites in clown suits. So what happens next is some kind of weird tranny comedy hour. And a little stuffed baby falls from the rafters. The one goes, the other goes. Together they look into the audience, and they seem to be pointing right at me. And naturally, I'm there. And I run up to that stage. I pick up the baby, I give it to the woman. She takes off her thong and puts it on my head. And I think, well, that's great, I have a costume. So we go on with the show. She thanks me for the baby and leads me over to the little lighting ladder. Put my hands on it. And she proceeds to dry hump me, for lack of a better term, in the back. Turns me around. The other one bids that I do the same to her. I try my best, but really all I can muster is a and I leave the stage thinking And wow, we never saw the sex show. But I realized as I left Pat Pong that night that at least for everyone else in the house that day,